Hi. Okay, so I have two visits to catch up on. One was last night, and I can't remember the name of it. It was like ALKITHIA, or I don't remember. I should have looked it up. But it was, I think it was all pretty much focused on the Holy Theotokos, if I understood what was happening right. I'm not positive. But it was tremendously beautiful. There was a chanter there. The same feeling came again. It was just perfect in every way. So then tonight was the first night that we did the church swap. So we went to their Catholic church, and he had told me, the gentleman we went with, that within the last 2 months that there was some sort of change of translations, and that they were using different ones. And I actually did notice those differences in the words and expressions that they used, that they seemed more modern. And the whole service seemed very contemporary to me, just like the songs they sung and the order of what they did. And when they said like the creed and stuff, I didn't say what everyone else was saying because it didn't strike me right. Is that awful to say? Not just because I'm used to saying the other one, but it actually struck my spirit wrong. Not that there was anything wrong with it, okay? I'm just saying I couldn't say it that way. But I was like that as a kid, too. Like, if I didn't like something we were all singing in the congregation, I would say something else. So I've always been that way. So I did go forward and get a blessing while everyone was, getting their communion. And that was an interesting thing because I'd never had a priest, like, make the sign of the cross on my forehead. And there was a Monsignor who gave the sermon, and I liked what he talked about, so that was really nice. I got the warm feeling. It didn't rise, but it stayed in one place. And the only time that I got it during the whole hour, I couldn't believe we were in and out of there in 58 minutes, was when during that time, they were all processing up for communion. That was the only time that I had that sense, that feeling of that warmth thing. So that was okay. But I definitely knew where I wanted to be. And I could see elements, but it sort of felt like the light version. Like, does that sound snotty? Like, like if you have a full stout beer and then you have a light and it's like, oh my gosh, it tastes like water. That's what it kind of felt like. But I guess because I'm actually starting to get used to something, and I don't know. So tomorrow will be the first time ever really that my husband's gone, first of all, to an Orthodox church. Second of all, to be there sitting next to me for part of it and then actually get to hear me in choir. So it's kind of a big deal. And it's funny because we were talking about like standing for so long and stuff. And then he said something and reminded me that when we used to be in groups with other Baha'is and praying, when he was called to say a prayer, or sometimes even first, what were holy writings or readings or whatever, he would always stand. And he said, even when we were talking about it tonight, yeah, because I thought that if you're gonna say a prayer, you're gonna stand. And I was like, interesting. So there's a certain part in his spirit that resonates with, and I was glad to hear that. And I had forgotten that, even though 17 years he's been doing that. Like I would remember something like that. It's so significant. Why did it not occur to me? I don't know. But I was glad that he mentioned it when we were talking about standing. So in the afternoon, I hope that I'll go and sing at that infant baptism, and I've never been to that before, so that'll be cool too. And I think she said there's just like 3 songs and it's very simple, so that'll be nice. So I guess I'll have a lot to report after that. And well, thanks to everyone for all kinds of things that are just too many for me to list. And I wish you all bright blessings and peace.